So let's get to the third strategy. The third strategy of how do you get the unsaid is create emotional safety. Create emotional safety. All right. Have you ever had somebody say to you, listen, I love honesty. You can tell me anything. Please, I'm open to it. So you give them honest feedback and then they flip out. Next time they ask for honest feedback, what do? You're like, I don't go there. What's interesting is people train and condition people to lie to them by their reaction. I bet you can think of some people right now in your life, and it might be at home, where they've trained and conditioned you to lie to them. They ask you a question, and you're like, your voice inside is going, don't go there. Do not say anything. And so we have to really look at it. And now if you're sitting there going, oh, that could be me, I get defensive or upset. Look, when you leave here, go apologize to the person. It goes a long way. Sometimes you just say, I'm sorry, I attended a session. I realize that I've reacted, and I'm going to do better and moving forward. So you got to look at this. But there's something else I want to address. I'm talking about emotional safety as an upgrade from psychological safety. So most of the stuff out there is about psychological safety. And I'm not afraid to say things that, are going to challenge you. And some of you may disagree with this. But I don't believe psychological safety is the issue. People can cognitively get that it's okay to speak up. I probably won't get fired. My marriage is not going to end. That employee won't necessarily leave. You can cognitively get that, like logically, but you need to feel safe. Feel safe. Why are emotions the most important thing? Because people make decisions on emotions and they justify with logic. They make decisions on emotions and they justify with logic. I'll prove it to you. Have you ever bought something spontaneously and you're driving home, and as you're driving home, you say, well, I deserve that. I work really hard. You already bought it, so now you're justifying. Now, if you get home and you can't justify it, then you're going to reverse the decision. So you need emotions and you need logic. You need both. But here's the thing. People make decisions on emotions and they justify with logic. That's one thing I want to say about emotions. The second thing is emotions make people move. Logic sustains the movement. Emotions make people move. Logic sustains the movement. So have you ever presented a lot of data to somebody, done a presentation, and it's extremely impressive by what you're sharing with them, but they don't move the needle. They don't change. Or you have a great coaching call with someone, you're coaching an employee, you're working with somebody, they go, well, Teresa, thank you. That was really, really helpful. But they don't change. They don't do anything. You have to hit them emotionally. But they also need logic. So once you get people to move with emotions, you have to justify with logic. So we need both. But why I'm coming back to emotions is it's critical to make people feel safe.